Not long ago, media houses made their income through product advertisements and promotions. Ad spent by betting and gambling companies seems to have influenced the media, bringing about new sources of revenue for struggling outlets. Radio especially seems to have embraced this hook, line and sinker, either to keep economically afloat or to keep their audiences hooked. The sweeping digital revolution has led to the emergence of more media houses, intensifying competition for audiences in urban and rural areas. Consequently, gambling has now become a popular income-generating method for many radio stations, and they are lucky winners. Most radio outlets today, national and vernacular, have been observed to dish out cash to attract their listeners to put their money on the risky gaming with almost zero chances of return. My name is Mzimawells and welcome to Zimax Media's Stay Woke. Let's get straight into it. In the recent past here in Kenya, there have been concerns on how radio stations, FM stations, are scamming or stealing from Kenyans in various ways. Today, I will touch on two ways. The first way is whereby you wake up in the morning and radio stations are asking very simple questions, asking you to give answers to those questions. And number two is about fake competitions, gambling that happens in radio. So I will begin with the first one. In the past few months, Kenyans have woken up to radio stations asking some very simple questions, easy to answer questions, with many desperately playing along in order to win big cash. However, a concerned Kenyan has exposed the hidden theft of money when one answers this question with high expectations. Most of these questions are aired by majority of radio stations, and it has been discovered that it's a way of conning the public. According to a guy who works in the media, let's call him Mutinda, our guy, he decided to play along these questions and see what transpires, what happens. Sources have it that the radio stations doing this kind of conning or scamming ask a very simple and easy to answer question. Very simple question, and a majority of unsuspecting Kenyans will try answering the questions in order to win the big cash. They will all flock to the message and send their answers. For example, a presenter can ask a very simple question like, who was the first president of Kenya? And they give choices. A. Jomo Kenyatta. B. Robert Mugabe. This question, being a walk in the park, will get unsuspecting Kenyans trying to answer it by texting. Now, the trick is, after sending the answer by text, you have unknowingly subscribed to a service. Many have been complaining of the credit or airtime going missing every time they load it up. With the majority not knowing what could have happened to their credit, they start blaming the mobile service provider like Safaricom or Airtel. This free SMS subscribes one to a messaging service whereby every time you receive a text, there's an amount of airtime deducted. Something else that irritates are the daily annoying texts that you receive from this subscriber service. And this mainly causes headache, nightmares to the old people, the old folks, like aged parents who don't know how to unsubscribe from this service. So the airtime will get deducted each and every time they load it up. So this was posted by one of the media stations in Kenya here, and there were comments that came through. I'll read through these comments from Kenyans. It was posted by NTV Kenya sometimes back. They were saying FM stations are conning Kenyans under the guise of interactive games. So Kenyans were responding at the comment section. A comment from one guy called Alfred said, radio stations turned to casinos, kwanza ingine hapo peana kama 1 million per day, and vague calls scammed country. They often ask a simple question and hire actors to give the wrong answers for almost 2 hours. During this time, they are taking advantage of the high call rate, and the winner will always coincidentally give the correct answer in the last minute. Radio is a mafia. Finally, someone has heard my voice. I was in my village recently, and those FM stations are real cons. led by Royal Media FM stations. Old folks trust these stations and blame themselves for not winning. This must stop. The last one here, they are totally draining the already empty pockets of poor Kenyans who are desperate. Those are the comments from Kenyans. They said most of the affected people are old people who don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. Their airtime will get deducted every time they load up their credit. They don't know what's going on. What do you say? Tuambie pale chini kwenye comment section. Have you seen this happening? Have you ever been a member of these games? Uka participate labda. Let's note down the comment section. So our second type of scam from radio is about gambling, the pay bill gambling. Millions of unsuspecting Kenyans are caught up in a wave of gambling that is being run by radio stations in Kenya, particularly vernacular radio stations. These gambling games are disguised as competitions where listeners are asked to send 100 shillings and stand a chance to win as much as 1 million shillings. In 1 hour alone, these radio stations claim to reward as many as 5 people millions of money. And so, in the pursuit of quick wealth, Kenyans in the rural areas send their hard-earned money. As suspicions on the authenticity of these games have risen, one Kenyan who was identified as, let's call her Mweni, has come out to share how she was asked by a local station to act as a winner for pay. So Mweni is so broke, she goes to meet a friend of ours who refers her to this game that's being played on radio. The friend asks Mweni if she's heard of it. She says she's never heard of that game before. So the friend introduces Mweni to that game, and he gives her the details, all the details of what happens. So number one, she's told you play the games and you'll be paid to act as a winner. So she's told every week on Friday they announce a winner of 1 million shillings. He tells her after 2 weeks she'll be called as a winner. Mweni goes right away to the game now that she has all the info. She plays the game. After 2 weeks, she receives a call. She's told she's won 1 million shillings. So she's told to go there the following Monday. So Mweni goes there on Monday. Reaching there, she's handed a big card written a win of 1 million. There's her name there, written there. Now they take pictures and photos and everything. They record videos of her winning. After the videos are taken, she's taken aside and given a bag. She opens the bag, 100,000 shillings. So that's what happens. So why do they do this? They do this so that people can continue playing the games. In real sense, no one is winning 1 million shillings. You're just being given 100,000 shillings to play, to act as a winner of 1 million shillings. And one thing I forgot, when you are called, when you receive the call that you're the winner, you're told to act, to shout, making noise, you're so excited. So they do that so that people who are listening can continue playing those games. So she's given 100k for acting, and the game continues and continues. They get new actors, they are paid the same amount. So this is what happens in radio stations. So those are the two scams and how radio is stealing from Kenyans here in Kenya. And I thought maybe it would have stopped. It continues. It's still there these days. Opening your radio in the morning, you'll just hear you're told to send 100 bob or 50 shillings to a certain pay bill number. Radio, you're stealing from Kenyans. Yep, stealing from Kenyans. Especially in the villages, the old folks, they don't know these things. They continue playing. I've heard of stories whereby you find an old granny or an old man who doesn't know these things, like he has all his retirement benefits. All he does is send the money to the radio stations and pay bill, hoping that he will win the 1 million shillings. He will never win that. He will never win that. You can't play with 50 shillings and expect to win 1 million. Come on. So guys, that's what happens. Tell us down in the comment section, what do you think about this? Mine is just to say it, and I have done. So guys, let's meet next time. Today I am just quite exhausted. I have not much to say. Thanks for tuning in. For those who haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Hit the bell icon there for notification and updates. Till next time, man. Yes, you can follow me on my handles, mzimawells, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, mzimawells, YouTube. Another my channel is mzimawells. All those handles. See you next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, keep safe and hustle hard. I'm your guy, mzimawells. Peace.